Hello everyone, Renee here. Welcome to my channel if you're new. And this is my video response to a hashtag started by Toadstool Tarot called hashtag my 5 indispensables. So what we're supposed to do is go through our collection of decks and choose only 5 to take with us in a hypothetical situation if we're running from our burning home, or we have to pack lightly because we're moving to a remote island. We can only take 5 decks. Pick 5 that you would take with you. And it was tough for me. 2 or 3 out of the 5 were pretty easy, but 2 were tough. The last 2 were tough, and I went kind of back and forth with a few decks. But my easiest decision, my easiest choice here is my Rider-Waite-Smith deck. As you can tell, it's got tape all over it. It's got the original price tag on it, $12.99 US Games. This is from 1988, printed in Switzerland. Maybe some die-hard collectors would know what this deck is called, but as you can see, very well used. I'm sure no one else would want this, which is fine because I'm never going to give it up. But this is my first deck. The deck I learned with. Still have the booklet, even though it's been taped up and tattered and highlighted and marked in, marked on. Wow, long time ago. Yeah, 1988 is when I got this deck. And here it is. Look at the edges. It's so dirty, but I don't care. Well worn, well loved. There's the color spots all over. Well-worn deck. Of course, now I have probably 10 or 15 different types of Rider-Waite-Smith clones, probably more than that. Because if I were to include some that aren't exact clones, but they're close enough, they follow the RWS system, yeah, probably like 40. But I have the Winter Weight and a few others. Oh, it feels like cloth. It feels like shuffling pieces of thick cloth. It's so soft and old, and it doesn't smell bad. It's got, I don't know, a weird smell, but it's a familiar smell to me, so maybe it's just full of my energy because I was the only one who used it for so many years. Because back in the day, when I started in '88, you know, no one else was supposed to touch your deck, and you had to keep it wrapped in a cloth and in a special box and all this stuff. And now, yeah, I just put some sage over it, maybe a crystal on it if it's a new deck, and there we go, it's ready to roll. But yeah, I would have to take this with me. It's a part of me at this point, you know? I'm even familiar with the little dots and stains on the deck at this point. It's like it's an old friend that I could not leave behind. So that was an easy choice, that first one. Next, I chose the Druid Craft Tarot. It has a nice big book in here as well, which is a fun read. I just have to have earth energy. I've always been the type of person to go off alone in the woods, go hiking, sometimes for hours by myself when I was young. Even though I grew up in a big family, I just really need that healing earth energy, and this deck does it. It gives it. It puts it out. From the color scheme to the backings of the brown, it just helps me to connect to the earth. So no matter where I go, if I had this deck with me, I could be in the driest desert. I could be in the middle of the ocean. Water's fine. I'm a water sign. I love water. But this deck includes it all. It's got mostly earth, obviously, but there is water in here, and air and fire energy, all 4 elements like any tarot deck. But this one, oh my gosh, I just adore it. It was tough, a little bit tough, because I love my Arthurian tarot deck. But this one, it's just vibrant. It's large and vibrant, and it brings me so much joy. I use this for my own readings often, and I'll deal cards out, and it's just super clear. I get messages and direction and advice very quick, very easily with this deck. There's no pauses, right? I would just deal out a few cards. Let's do that now. Let's just shuffle it really quickly. You know, so tell me something I need to know about my health. I don't know. Let's deal 3 cards. It's truthful and honest. 5 of Cups. Yeah, I've been really nostalgic lately. We had some deaths in the family. And so it's been a tough couple of years because they passed away way before their time. Both of them were not much older than I am. So it was just, it really hit hard. So I'm trying to, take action to not get stuck in this place of sadness and grief. I'm trying to just remember the good times and move on, right? Pretty clear messages for me, though. That's why I love this deck. And I couldn't go anywhere without it. The Druid Craft Tarot is brilliant. I've had it, I don't know, maybe 5 years or something like that. And I adore it. I wouldn't want to leave it behind. My third choice, and kind of another obvious choice for me, is my own deck, Color Goddess Casting Cards, my project that I created all by myself in 2020. It is now sold out, but maybe a publishing company will pick it up, or maybe I'll do another printing, a second edition. I don't know yet. I don't have the funds to do that at the moment, but I'll show you the booklet first. So yeah, I wrote the booklet and everything, the introduction here. It's all alphabetized. Each card has a crystal, a flower, 3 keywords on the card, specific meanings. Some of the cards are affiliated with a chakra, and some of them are affiliated with zodiac signs. So we've got all 12 zodiac signs in the deck, and all 7 of the main 7 chakras. So here's the backs. I did decide to gild them in silver. There are 47 different colors with this deck, and I need color in my life. I want color in my readings. I've worked with chakras for years. I've done color therapy for years. I am a creative person and an artist, so this would have to go with me. It would just have to go with me. So let's see which goddess. And it taps into goddess energy, right? Because they're called Color Goddess Casting Cards. So we've got the colors, the chakras, the aura, a little bit of the zodiac with this deck, and of course that goddess energy. So let's see what we get. Crimson, atonement, karma, penitence. Also the sign of Aquarius. You can kind of see it here hidden just a little bit. But as you can see, it's a pretty diverse deck. I've got, 47 different goddesses. I love amethyst. I love them all. Who am I kidding? I designed them all. But I would have to take this with me. It would be one that has to go with me wherever I go. Because I even do spreads daily with this, or pull a card. Just pull 1 card daily to see what color I should wear, you know? What color should I wear today? Sometimes I'll pull 3 cards. What 3 colors should I incorporate? Or what stones should I incorporate? Because each has a gemstone as well as the flowers. So I would have to take my deck with me wherever I go. At least 1 copy. Another deck I had to pick is one of my all-time favorite oracle card decks, Sacred Earth Oracle. If you have not seen this, it is stunning. And of course, we've got all the colors. And there's more connection here with that earth energy that I believe is the most healing energy we are capable of harnessing. So it's got this great book. It's simple, easy to read. earthly meaning, spiritual meaning, and an insight for each card. It's a large deck, beautiful matte green with, of course, this tree motif, root motif here. And look at these cards. And they each have a keyword. They each have a word here. You can just intuitively know what you are being told here, right? So beautiful. I'm not going to do a complete flip through, even though I want to, because every time I hold this deck in my hands, I want to flip through the whole thing. Look at her. It's amazing to me, the artwork. It's so stunning and so, it touches my soul, this deck. I've done readings for myself with this deck where I've drawn a card and literally just started sobbing. It heals in that deep of a way to your core. Yeah, to your core. It's just extremely insightful and deep. Look at that one. And I love it. I use it almost every day. Almost every day. And if I don't, I want to. I try not to use this in all of my pick a cards. I try to give all my decks equal time. But this is a favorite. Whoops, a couple slipped out. So let's see what they are. Renewal and heat. Ooh, beautiful. So see, I always look at the colors too. So I might have to incorporate some orange. Yeah, I need to laugh a little more. Find some fun and joy. Not be so serious. So I would have to take that with me. And my last choice wasn't so hard either, to be honest, when I come to think of it. I love fairies. I've always tapped into fairy energy ever since I was little, and I swore to everybody at age, I don't know, 8 or 9 that I saw Tinkerbell. I saw Tinkerbell on my windshield, not on my windshield, on my windowsill when I was 8 or 9 or 10. I will still swear to this day that I saw a fairy, and ever since then, I've been obsessed with fairy energy and fairy magic, and I love this deck. So, of course, the artwork is by the infamous Amy Brown, who I've been a fan of since I was young. And the book is written by her sister, Nancy Brown, so I thought that is just so cool. Why not own a deck that's got this fabulous sister power, right? So it's got this great book. Oh, it's just, I love it. It's hardback. And each card has a keyword here, and then a beautiful description, which really makes you think and ponder over the imagery and the keyword and the title of the card. And then each card also has a chant here, and then an affirmation or quote at the end. So it's a great book, as well as a great deck. So let's look at the cards. Beautiful, again, matte, that soft, silky matte. Not rose petal, but almost rose petal. It's just really silky. And here are the cards. And again, we've got a single word or a single short phrase where you know exactly, usually you know exactly what the message is, right? Gift revealed. Some are pretty obvious, and some you can just intuit what it means for you or your client or current. I just love it. It's like holding my own little miniature gallery of Amy Brown fairy art. And that makes me so happy. So happy. I have other fairy decks as well, but this one is my favorite, especially because the two Brown sisters worked on this beauty together. See, you know, and I had a hard time because I really wanted to include Dame Darcy's Mermaid Tarot, because I am obsessed with mermaids as well. I am a water sign. I've got a Scorpio stellium, so I'm a real water sign. But I have Taurus rising, so there's that earth connection. So if I had to pick 6, the 6th would have been Dame Darcy's Mermaid Tarot, because mermaids are a thing for me as well. But fairies, like I said, ever since I was little and I swore to everybody that I saw Tinkerbell, I just love fairies and fairy lore and fae. Anything to do with the fairy realm. I am currently working with the Tarot of the She. I might have to do a whole video on that. That is an intense deck, but this deck is pretty soft yet powerful and honest. So there we go, one flipped out, air element. So there's a sense of lightness maybe that I need to bring into my life. Okay, sure. Sometimes things are a little too serious. I need to lighten up a little bit, especially in the videos. My daughter told me that a while back, so I started being more myself with these videos. It's a little easier too when the camera isn't on my face because I have stage fright, so I really like doing the camera this way, so you're just seeing my hands. But I just love this deck. Love it. Oh, it feels like silk in my hands too. All right, so those are my 5 indispensables, everybody. If you respond to this, tag me when you make your video response, when you make your VR, or comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree with any of my 5 indispensables, or maybe if you disagree with any of them. I'd love to hear from you. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.